Welcome to week 5. I just got back from my first PT session with the new physical therapist. Shout out Peyton for recommending Santiso for me. Immediately checked all the boxes that I was looking for in a physical therapist. We worked things that I wouldn't have been working for another 2 weeks at the other office and got to new ranges and new equipment. So some of the things that we worked on immediately after doing my regular workouts that I do at home, I was put on arm bike going in reverse. So I'm letting my right arm, my good arm, do most of the work as my left arm kind of just dangles there and gets that motion. But immediately on the arm bike, and I'm only start of week 4 since the tear, so I'm happy to be here. And from there, I moved over to the pulley system. Both arms are holding on, but my right arm is doing all the work, and this one's just going along for the ride. I pull down, this one goes up, I release, it goes down. I'm not pulling or releasing with this at all. My right arm is again doing all the work, but letting it get to that motion, so really feeling it up. I could see that I was restricted when I was going up, or scared rather, to straighten it up as high as I could straighten my right arm. So I only got to about here with the bad arm, but still very happy for my first time on there. And then from there, we went onto the table. We did that motion that you saw me do in my week 3 video. That's the after feeding hour frenzy, I should say. Likes to go a little crazy after he eats. So grabbed onto the PVC pipe, pushed back and open, up in this direction, not straight out like that, up in this direction. With my arm propped up, got to about 65 degrees there. And then the physical therapist took my arm, brought me all the way up to here. I got well past 90. He was like, you can get way past 90. I was like, I know, that's why I wanted to leave. He goes, you had the right instinct. It's like, I had that instinct the second I stepped in the door that this wasn't going to be the place. But I felt the total opposite when I stepped in his door, that was going to be the place. So far, I'm happy. All in all, very happy. Physical therapist told me that I would be full range of motion by the end of next week, which I love to hear because I'll be in Ireland for that. So watch me on the dance floor. I'll be able to throw a couple moves. Full range of motion does not mean weight bearing yet, so got to still ease into that, but very happy with where I'm at. I will, maybe push the limits a little bit, but again, no weights just yet. Just little things like I can hold a salt shaker and not have to worry. That's the smallest thing that I had around. I have cast iron plates that can be considered weight, so I'm not going to be doing that. But coffee mug, fine here. See if I could drink it. No pain, nothing. All good to go. So said I'm cool to brush my teeth, but I am a righty, so I'm not going to be doing that. I might just try to test it. I thought about picking up little things like that, brushing my teeth, grabbing, turning on the faucet with the left hand. I try to do that normally, so I'm not always super dominant with my right hand and trick my brain a little bit, but might have to bring it into my rehab. So gonna try some of those things, see how they go, and my teeth start to look a little yellow, then I'll switch back to brushing with my right. Happy where I'm at. I'll see you later this week. You can see that I'm capable to do my own dishes finally. I can ditch the paper plates and paper bowls and stick to things like this. I'm not washing my cast iron pots and pans, but I am able to do things like coffee mugs, utensils, things that are light. So here's my restricted mobility, but all's good in the hood. My chicken nugget. Really happy. Really happy. I found out that these dots on my arm are not your typical acne. It has to do with a lack of blood flow to the area. So I don't have a clot, but the blood flow is restricted due to the surgery. So not much I can do. The physical therapist recommended using a loofah. I've already been cleaning them obviously once or twice a day, but it's not cutting it. It's just a blood flow issue. So I think I might start doing a dry brush. I used to do a dry brush almost 2 years ago, but it was just hard to stay consistent with it. So I might do that to increase blood flow, do my heating pad a little bit more often than I am. So just things that are topical that might increase the blood flow, I'm going to start to incorporate. Now that I know what this is, I thought it was just dirtiness and I was going to be able to scrub it away, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. In 2 more weeks, the PT said that he is willing to, or will be able to, start the dry needling. So excited, but also a little bit worried about that. Everyone in the office, the other patients and stuff, seem to love it, so I'm not going to be afraid of it, but you know, just a little cringy when you hear that a needle this big has got to go in and stick right out. And, when you already have not pain there, but it's a soft spot. My hair looks crazy because it's been a long day. It's 7 o'clock at night. Just wrapped up a multiple day fast earlier this morning. This is my first real meal. I'll get into the benefits of fasting spiritually and physically at a later date, but thought what better time to do it than right now. I typically fast a day a week anyway, but I'll sporadically do multiple day fasts if I'm seeking something from the Lord or have an ailment in my body that needs recovering. But this time it was both. So I'm going away next week. It will not be in the same kitchen setting. If you tune into next week's video, stay tuned for what that's going to look like. In the meantime, like and subscribe, maybe ring that bell so you know when I post, so you're not catching up and watching 7 videos at a time. I'm excited for next week. It's going to be a great time. I wish I wasn't injured, so I kind of got to walk a fine line. I'm packing some of my physical therapy exercises with me. I'll have to borrow somebody's putter to simulate one of those exercises that was in my previous video that I mocked up from home. I bought a new pulley system for like $8 on Amazon that's easily portable. It's smaller than the size of this one. It's all wrapped up. I pull my bad arm up and lower my bad arm down. You saw how good of a range of motion I already have doing that, so that's real exciting, and it's only going to get better from here. I've got my Attila's Gym Brick, New Jersey shaker bottle, one of 3. Eventually they will make more of a different style, but this is one of 3. This is where the crime scene was. So, just might smash it right now.
Hulk! Smash!
No, I'm happy that I got one of 3. The only other 2 are my brother and his wife, Jacqueline, who graciously gave me the 3rd one. I am cleaning it before even using it because that's just how I am. Don't know whose hands were on it making it or what that factory's like, so I'm a big believer in that. And I'm even kind of a believer in washing clothes before you wear them for the first time. You can't imagine who puts things on in the store before you and what their hygiene was. Just if you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, I should probably do that too if you don't already. So take it into consideration. I did brush my teeth this morning. I do it every morning, but I did it with my left hand this morning. So that was pretty cool. I was very, as you can see, very cautious as I am right now putting this cap up there. Still doing things very slowly, but very cautious. I kept my elbow really tight rather than flaring it out. I did have to finish up with my good hand and really get my molars and whatnot. Things that I shouldn't be doing are probably like I am right now, leaning on the counter. But that's just, it's natural, it's hard to fight. I mean, I'm not bearing any weight. I am bearing some of my body weight, but like distributing it lightly enough where I'm not actually like stressing the muscle. Well, hopefully this dishes segment was encouraging for some of you who might be going through the same recovery process as myself and wondering where you're going to be at 4 weeks in surgery coming tomorrow. And this is week 5 since the injury itself. I'm very happy with where I'm at, and I imagine that all the people that know me who are tuning in are happy to see that I'm able to do at least simple things like this. So excited for what's to come. It can only get better. I got chicken nuggets coming out of the oven in about 3 minutes. So I'm gonna get out of here and talk to you guys later. So thunderstorm just happened. That's what happens here in South Florida over the summertime. So a quick little thunderstorm is keeping me from driving to the gym right now. So I figured why not get my exercises for my upper body, my rehab exercises in, while I wait to go do some legs and things like that. So here I have a pulley system attached to my door. And you're not yanking that first one up all the way like this. You're easing into it like so. Maybe even bouncing it up and down. Trying to get a little bit. Okay, release. And back up. And most of the work is getting done with my good arm. You'll see I'm pulling. Trying to get that full nice pull. There we go. Okay, back down. It's best to have your thumbs pointing towards you. It's a little less pressure on the shoulders as opposed to the palms facing the front of the room. So thumbs pointing back, palms facing each other. If you work out at all, you know that that's just a little less pressure on your shoulders. So when I go that way, I can get even a little bit further. I've been liking to keep it at about 45 degrees, the hand angle, just because that's where I typically do most of my working out. So I do want to do a lot of the stretching in that area as well. Breathe into the muscle there. Exhale, get a little bit further. Doing some faster pace reps to kind of get it really moving, get the blood flow going. Not everything is a stretch, but then I'm gonna go in and pull. That feels good. So I feel a little pulling there, nothing crazy, but if it starts to get a little crazy, I'm backing down like I just did. Now that the brace is off, I find myself doing less exercises already, which isn't ideal. Just because I feel like I'm getting enough movement and work from everyday activities. These are a little bit more than reaching for a glass in my cupboard or anything like that. So still make the time to do things like this even when it's time for the brace to come off. Don't just leave those 3 sessions a week in your PT and think that that's going to cut it. This is $8 on Amazon. It's going to make all the difference in your recovery, even if you just do 15 minutes a day. And it's not even 15 minutes just on this, 15 minutes total. Do we see this right now? Can't even get a minute to do my exercises without this dog being like, oh, coming up. At least he's gentle when he does it, sometimes. Excited to go to the gym once this rain passes in a few minutes here. Gotta get that work in. Gotta get this work in too. This is more important than me going to the gym. I still need to carve out the time to get this rehabilitation work in. So you guys should be doing the same if you're walking this journey. And those that aren't, going through recovery and just checking in on me. Make sure you're keeping me accountable. Maybe check in and say, hey, did you do your exercises today? And do that with everybody, with everything in their life. Keep people accountable in your life and follow up with them. Just make sure everything's all right and that they're doing what they should be doing, whether it's physical health or anything else. Just stay on top of your friends and family. And thank you all for tuning in. Give a like and subscribe to follow along for the rest of the way. Thank you, everybody. Peace. You're my boy. Are you my boy? Say bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube.